There are the cave trolls, and there is a troll on troll battle. Cave troll versus mountain troll. Welcome to Come On Middle Up. My name is Enrique, and this is the ladder. Yesterday we had a crazy battle between GhostBoy and Andy. It took an hour long, and we're covering it. We're doing an hour long video. This is going to be one of the longest videos, but this is so amazing. Empire has really told me to go and have a look. He's like, dude, you gotta watch this game. This is an incredible game. You got to see this. This is insane. So we're doing it. We're doing this game. I know it's a bit of a long one, but still. It is the longest one played today, yesterday, because it's GhostBoy vs Andy. Marathon is 57 minutes. That is one of the game we're gonna cover today. Andy vs MayShadow, they played 6 games. Marset vs Yo, they played 5 games. I played a little bit. Not a lot, but I played some games. I'm doing a lot of music as well in the background because I need to prepare some music. Been doing that. We're doing an unboxing card. He sent me a package with all these like different Pokemon cards. It's super cool. Like, oh man, if you want to be into the fun, twitch.tv/Enrique707. We have these kind of conversations. Also, if you want to get better at the game, see me play. I do analysis over the replays that I do and try to figure out how I can become better. One of it is setting a timer every 30 seconds to train my brain to keep building stuff, for example. And there's little tips like that for you too. But yeah, going on with some climbers. Hoplite increasing his ranking from 416th to 66th, brkhn 360th to 79th, and Cloud1 350th to 84th. I have been dropping, I think. I didn't play very well. We got Fords of Isen 16 games, Shadow of the Isen 12 games, and Brandy Hills 11 games. I'm playing a lot of Fords of Isen as well. This is Fords of Isen, Shadow of the Isen, Frozen Shadows of the Isens. I love that map. It's really useful for you to play this map a lot, just to practice like your build orders. And I have to practice my build orders. I'm playing Man of the West, obviously, and yeah, I just noticed I'm not that good. Anyway, we're going to Fords of the Browse, and we're gonna watch Andy play versus a GhostBoy. It's Goblins versus Mordor. 2 evil factions. You barely see that in this channel, but 2 evil factions, an hour-long game. It's gonna be a good day for me too. We had some fun in the chat, and next week, Saturday next week, I'm gonna have a beer. It has been a long time for me to have a beer, and that day is gonna be the day that I'm gonna come back to you. Right now, let's do it somehow. I really have ADHD. It's really ticking me off. But without further ado, Fords of Bruine, GhostBoy versus Andy. Welcome to Fords of the Bruine. This is Mordor versus Goblins. It's GhostBoy versus Andy. On the right side, we have the Goblin player, GhostBoy. GhostBoy going for a very beautiful 2-tunnel. Oh no, wait, 3-tunnel. He's moving to the top. 3-tunnel with a ghost goblin cave, probably going for a fisher second. And Andy is going for double orc pit. These are 2 spammy factions. The spammy factions are always very, very interesting to look at because they spam each other, and just the person that spams the most is going to probably win the game. Right side of the map, there we go. Probably is a fissure. No, another cave troll layer. Another goblin layer. Goblin cave. There goes the speedy goblins trying to scout out and maybe do some damage to the slaughterhouses. And here we have some orcs from Andy going for the bottom side of the field. This is going to be a marathon, guys. This is a 1-hour game. We're gonna sit through it for 1 hour. And so grab some food, grab a drink, relax, put your seat down. This replay is gonna go on for a while. There are the goblins trying to fight the orcs, and they're losing it to the orcs. Of course, orcs are stronger than goblins, even though there's poison swords. This is not an even match. This is not an even match. Goblins being caught, and on the bottom side, goblins are fighting orcs. They're gonna win this match because they're clumped up, and there are 2 of them. There are 2 orcs. Goblins, and there's another attack by Andy. He's going to try and find more tunnels, but GhostBoy is ready. Here comes the Fisher with the cave trolls, he has to get level 2, but then he gets some cave trolls and some clubs. That's always a good way to fight against Mordor, or fight against Andy. Fortress shooting away, dwindling down the orc units. And here is the... just 2. Oh no, everything's going out somewhere. Top side of the map, everything 2 down on the bottom. And GhostBoy is winning this micro battle from Andy. Andy, good guy, is a bit aggressive, trying to making more enemies and friends lately, but it is what it is. It's also kind of his personality, right? GhostBoy handily defending both of his tunnels. And here come more orcs. More goblins fighting these orcs. He's not gaining a lot of power points from it. These orcs are not really worth a lot. So you can spam them and just send them to the other side. Even as the goblins can do the same thing, just spam them, send them to the other side. War chant being used, Eye of Sauron being used, and GhostBoy really wants to win this fight. Orc archers. Archers are kind of the bane of these goblin warriors. Because the goblin warriors are not very strong as they is. They're not very tanky. They're very fast. They can be at them all over the map. And reinforcement tunnel being built by GhostBoy, making sure that this area is still for him, as the orcs with the eye win the battle from the goblins with that war chant buff. Another departure of goblin warriors, now losing his tunnel but fighting off the armies. There are the cave trolls, and there is a troll on troll battle. Cave troll versus mountain troll, stick versus non-stick. And the cave troll needs to run away from this. Mountain troll is a bit stronger. If you look at the stats, mountain troll has 3,500 health. A cave troll has 3,500 health. Okay, they're even. Are they cheaper? It's 500 to 500? No, they're not cheaper. Apparently they're just the same. If you want to watch these stats, if you want to see these stats, you can go to twitch.tv/NiXrcomL. There you can try to command units in the chat, and there is that brings you to a site with all the unit stats and all the you can look up the stats and stuff like that. Exclamation mark units, and you can find the statistics of every unit in the game. Yeah, this is GhostBoy's winning the fight pretty handily with the cave trolls. However, he cannot do some pressure back because there is just so many units for Andy on his side of the map, and Mordor is a very spammy faction, but the spam is a bit stronger. However, GhostBoy now has 3 cave trolls, which is going to do a lot of work. And here are the goblin archers trying to shoot down these goblin, these orc warriors. Oh, mountain troll with a rock. Gonna throw the rock. And the rock is doing a lot of structure damage. Has to run away from the marauders. The pikemen are very good against the trolls. Another troll just shouldering the tunnel, and another tunnel goes down for GhostBoy. GhostBoy is a bit of trouble, but he is sending his own cave trolls to the other side of the map, and Andy needs to defend against this. He did not spawn it, and he is not aware that his base is being taken down. But GhostBoy needs to also focus on his own map, and there it is. Andy notices a yellow blip, and one of the cave trolls dies, and the hill troll of the mountain troll is going to try to chase the cave trolls from GhostBoy. There it is, good victory. Another tunnel goes down. Whoa, little effect being thrown. And archers will take down the cave troll, and the mountain troll from Andy is a bit slower than all these little goblin warriors. Left side of the map. Some pikes are trying to help kill the cave trolls from GhostBoy, but Andy's pikes will deter this, especially with the mountain trolls also chasing these cave trolls. And GhostBoy is fighting back after a disaster of a early game. He now can stabilize, and Andy is losing a little bit of map presence as GhostBoy is stabilizing. Cave trolls striking down more slaughterhouses. This is a good idea for if you are losing or a defender, just send something like cav out or anything that can harass the other side. If your enemy is inside of your base, well then there's nothing defending it, right? So counterattacks are very good. Counterattack is very good defense. Offense is the best defense, as a wise man once said. And there goes the armies of Mordor with a drummer troll giving leadership bonus and a field giving us buff bonus. This means they are now double buffed. Double buff units, very strong units. Goblin archers. Actually, Goblin archers are doing a good job, and here is the trample by the cave troll. Andy was looking at something else and now losing his orc archers. They are very expensive, as 300 per unit, and he's trying to do some damage to the goblin archers with his mountain troll. Mountain troll being intercepted by some spiderlings, the extension of the fortress, and Andy very cleverly saving one of his mountain trolls. He is not level 2, so he won't regen, but he can eat an orc if he so wants to. Okay, ooh, drummer troll going down. That means there's no leadership. There's a wildman summon, and the wildman summon with the axe throwers can dwindle down the cave trolls, the mountain trolls of Andy. Mountain trolls going down to the pikes. Eye of Sauron being used to try and destroy and kill these swordmen, half trolls. And Andy losing a little bit of map presence by having to give up the slaughterhouses in the middle of the map. Bats being used, trying to scout it out, and also debuffing the Mordor units. And here is the Mouth of Sauron. Mouth of Sauron running straight into pipe, taking a lot of damage, already half health, has to retreat to regen. That was maybe a bit of a miscontrol, but there he comes back again and trying to crumble. Yeah, there is the crush damage on the orc and goblin archers. Goblin of orc archers are killing the cave trolls. They are rank 2. Probably banners being researched. No, they just leveled up by killing a lot. And there is the catapult extension defending the base of Andy. However, the game has shifted. Andy started off pressuring GhostBoy a lot, but if you look at the map, GhostBoy is taking over the right side of the map, and even though he was very much pressured by Andy, the GhostBoy is now attacking Andy. Andy now has to defend against the armies of GhostBoy, and GhostBoy has a hero out. Azog is here. Azog. And Azog is leveling up slowly. Level 2 already. Used his experience boost, giving 100 experience to the goblins here. And he is retreating. GhostBoy is retreating. And look at the armies. There is Call of the Horde being used by Andy. That means a lot of orcs can be on the field right now, but he is supply capped, so this is the most amount of units he can get on the field. And here's a big fight. Drummer Troll giving leadership and dying immediately to the hero Azog, who targeted it. And there is no more leadership anymore. To keep leadership as Mordor is very, very difficult. Men of the West has it easiest. The heroes give so much leadership and so much leadership everywhere. And there is Watcher being used by GhostBoy, destroying all the archers, damaging the Mouth of Sauron a little, and the Call of the Horde. Horn. Giving so many units has been wiped out in one hit by the Watcher. And he has to retreat. GhostBoy defending decently. And Eye of Sauron helping out these orcs to kill most of the resources. But here is a cave troll. He doesn't like it. Cave troll is killing all of the orcs before they can get the lumberjack lumber mill. Top side of the map, we have GhostBoy pushing back, trying to do some more damage. And succeeding. Here come the mouth of Sauron, probably trampling straight into the pikes. Yep. Again, half health. Level 4 though. Level 4 though. And Andy is taking down the top side of the map. There is still a lot of creep available to get some eco boosts. And Andy built a tower spotting the harassment army of GhostBoy. But nothing is in position, so he cannot defend it. Top side of the map, we have a big fight as GhostBoy is also pushing and destroying more Fargs than Andy. Andy used to have the whole map and is now down to just his semicircle of a base that he can defend. GhostBoy, meantime, having to deal with the Lancers of Andy. Andy trying to get down most of the tunnels. And here is the last little attack of GhostBoy. Losing a level 3 Marauders to the Orc Archers. Not getting a Slaughterhouse, unfortunately. Left side of the map, another Slaughterhouse going down. A lot of Orc Archers are going down. Andy not paying attention maybe, but... oh, there is the Mouth of Sauron. He is leveling up on this Cave Troll. Cave Troll doing a little bit of damage, but not a lot. Level 5. Little fight right side of the map. We have Cave Trolls, Mountain Trolls, Drummer Trolls, who are fighting. They are not doing the most damage, but in the left side you see, yep, there is a spell power being used by Andy. Targeting the level 3 tunnel. And a... Is he going down? We might go down to the Wildlings. Is he going down to the Wildlings? No, he will survive this easy. So let's look at the Worm again. The Worm has not been dealt with. Going for the Fisher, most likely. Yeah, Worm taking down a Fisher. That means that he needs to rebuild the Fisher. He already had one rebuilding. Ready to get some Fire Drake Brutes out. Clicking that immediately. No. Looking at GhostBoy's perspective again. Almost 25 power points. He can destroy a lot of the buildings. And Azog here is level 5. Getting his Battle Rage. Which will do him a lot of damage. Hero versus hero. Sauron versus Azog. We is going to win. Is it Azog? Is it... Well, that was quick. Azog wins. Got to level 6. And now gets bounty percentage. Let's still run away. Bottom side of the map. We have a little attack. Oh. Something being summoned? Oh, there's the Fire Brutes. Fire Brutes doing a lot of damage. There go the Fire Brutes and they attack. Ooh, that is a lot of damage. Immediately dying to the Pike and the Trample and the Fear. They have to run away. This is a disaster. The Pikes are doing a lot of damage to the Fire Brutes, but he needs archers. He saves them. Not level 2 yet, so he cannot regen. But they're chasing after the Goblin. There is level 2. Now they can regenerate. Replenish. Oh, but they're going down to the archers. Nope. He saves them. GhostBoy saves them. But is losing a big portion of his base to Andy. Andy now keeping up the pressure. The Drummer Troll being surrounded by Pikes. Losing the leadership. And Mordor should be retreating. There is the Balrog summon from GhostBoy. Destroying again the just recently used Orc Pit Call of the Horde. A buff is being generated. GhostBoy taking down with the Balrog the production of Andy. And immediately trying to destroy the Radarin Palace. Gets it. Level 2. Very, very strong play. Maybe should now go for... Oh, he's going for level 3s and another Orc Pit. This is very well done. Good use of the Balrog. Balrog doing a lot of damage to the slaughterhouses. Level 3 slaughterhouse going down. Spreading his damage. One-shotting the level 3 Orc Pit. Almost one-shotting it. No more production for Andy. However, in his base, Andy is using his flyers to destroy all the armies of GhostBoy as he has no anti-air. He is now spawning a few of those goblin archers. Fire Drake's doing a lot of damage to the orc archers. The goblin archers are trying to shoot these Nazgul. Not really working. The Nazgul does fly away and is poisoned, but he will easily survive this and might as well just go back in again. Oh, Azog in trouble. He needs to... Whoa, level 5 power being used by the goblin player Andy, destroying most of the Fortress of GhostBoy. Might be able to get it with his flyer maybe, but Andy does not have enough units to actually finish off the goblin fortress of GhostBoy. Azog is almost dead. He should go into a tunnel, but he's just running at the edge of the map, trying to be safe. And here is the flyer, and the Nazgul survives. Fortress upgraded. He uses the bats. Can now see most of the map. Every attack that's coming in will be spotted by this beautiful extension upgrade for the goblin players. Isengard has the same thing, and can now see most of the map. And Mordor is rebuilding. 4 orc pits being built, and the Radarin Palace coming down for Andy. Andy is also getting his leadership back. Both players are licking their wounds a little bit, as the map control is in favor of Mordor, with a lot more production buildings than the goblin GhostBoy has. GhostBoy with his Fire Drake trying to do some damage, but is also spotted by the Nazgul. Here come the goblin archers. Unfortunately, they're not doing a lot of damage. The goblin archers are trying their best, but they should have used poison arrow maybe. That would have done a little bit more damage. Wildlings plus Azog are taking down the mountain troll, and both players attacking each other. 5 battalions are in the base of GhostBoy, while GhostBoy with this Wildman attack is attacking the base of Andy. And there is some siege going up in vision of goblin player GhostBoy. He sees it happening, sees the upgrade, sees the catapult coming out soon. And as he knows about it, he's probably gonna save up. Oh, watch being used, destroying again a lot of the portions of the armies of Mordor. 780 units on the field against 700 units for Mordor. Mordor did not lose a lot. Oh my, but it is now losing a lot to the Fire Drakes. Unfortunate for Andy, is only 1 flyer. 1 flyer is useless. He probably needs more. Having a little bit more of impact with 2 flies. If you see me looking to the right, I'm also live on twitch.tv/NiXrcomL. We're recording these things live, so if you want to be part of the recording of these games, as GhostBoy shoots down the Nazgul going down by this Orc Archers. I might have underestimated the combination of the Horde bonus together with the poison arrows. And Fire Drakes are letting loose. There is this Mouth of Sauron is trying to trample a little, and there's Lances supporting the Mouth of Sauron, but the Mouth of Sauron going down to the Goblin Archers. Goblin Archers doing a lot of damage. They shoot up very quick and very much. Here is another 25 power point. GhostBoy is standing in his dragon, and the dragon is taking down the production of Andy. However, Andy is killing the fire drakes. A level 4 fire drake going down to the orc. Oh no, just barely survives. No, there it goes. Was still in range. Well done, Andy, taking down the fire drakes. Meanwhile, level 25 power point of GhostBoy, the summon dragon, trying to do some damage, taking down another slaughterhouse. He is almost done, but there is Call of the Horde. Call of the Horde is replenishing those command points very quickly, and orc archers together with some orc warriors are now pressuring the top side of the map. These fire drakes run for their lives as the fire drake is taking down all the production again. Can he get this last one? He is almost gone, and yes, gets at the last bit with the last time that he has left. Again, no more orc pits for Andy, but it doesn't matter as Andy has his armies ready to rumble. It is 604 army versus probably 1000. It's about even. It's 800 to 600, and most of these command points are in very weak orc warriors. Ooh, Worm is being summoned. Another PowerPoint, spellbook PowerPoint for Andy. Andy is using these abilities to crack down on the goblin player and destroy most of his production again. Meter being used on the production, trying to get the fire drakes as well. Fire drakes not caught on it, but GhostBoy losing his production. To the fire drakes and losing his production to the abilities. However, the goblin warriors are no match for these fire drakes down on the middle of the map, on the right side of his base. And here's the trample shield up, very powerful if you can get them on the units. A siege extension, the giant is throwing rocks. Aso going down on the left side of the field. I guess the mouth of Sauron just walked into some pikes. They were randomly in the face of Andy. And GhostBoy with shield up is trampling all the orc archers, and the orc archers, yeah, they are the only thing that can stop the fire drakes. And they are leveling quick on all of these orc warriors by Andy. Andy fighting back, very back and forth game this is, as the tunnels going down and a lot of stuff's being trampled by the lancers. Shield up is a very good counter against these lancers. So is the fire drakes. Fire drakes just sprinting around in a circle and destroying everything. Shield up is leveling up. Shield up is already level 2 now. And Corsairs being built probably from the inn. There's no inn. Okay, from a tavern then. And that is a good harassment unit. They're very quick, very difficult to deal with. And Northern Lance is trampling a lot of these archers. And Andy should get his flyer back. There is the flyer back for Andy. And Mouth of Sauron back, probably going for these black orcs. Yeah, black orcs or black riders being built. Just one Crusader just chilling. And GhostBoy losing another farm to a flyer. 3-shotting it. Lancers on the top side of the field now combining together with the Mouth of Sauron. They are forced to reckon with. And fire drakes healing up very quickly. That's a good portion of healing being done. Field being used, Andy using his field. GhostBoy using his field to give his units a little bit of a boost to defend his 2 tunnels. He has no fissure. A fissure's been taken down. He should upgrade his fissure to get fire drakes back. But I think GhostBoy has different plans. He has not a lot of money to do so. He keeps rebuilding his tunnels, but they keep going down. Azog in combination with Gorkil. Gorkil level 5, giving the leadership to all the allies near him. But he is not with the army. Varchan being used on, I think, the goblin units. Yes, goblin units used Varchan. I guess it was Varchan. Yeah, there we go. Dermatrol running away from the Wildman summon of GhostBoy. GhostBoy again taking most of the map, but he's a bit slower in building farms up. So he's losing these farms pretty decently. Quick, and... uh-oh, hero going down. He is running away, but is Gorkil gonna die? Is he fast enough? Because the mountain troll, I feel like, is faster. He has 60 movers built. Gork has probably 50. 55, yeah, that's fast enough to run away from. Big summon again. There's the Balrog again. For GhostBoy. GhostBoy is the second time he uses Balrog and is flying over to destroy the production. Finds the Black Riders. Oh, Black Riders just escaping. No, the Black Riders going down. All of them are dying immediately to the Balrog. Andy not even did build the Black Riders, but not using them, as the Balrog just completely destroys them. He didn't even ignite before he did that. Oh, he might have. No, he did not ignite. He might have. No, he did not ignite. Just blandly killing them. Bam. Level 3 hereditary balance probably going down. No more production again for Andy. He has to rebuild everything. Maybe this is the part where you learn to separate your production and not just build it in the center, all clumped together. But what you can do? They will find it. There's a lot of time on the Balrog anyway. Oh no, Andy also losing a flyer. Andy not in a good spot. He is rich though, I feel like. Yeah, he has a lot of money, so it doesn't really matter. But still, that is unfortunate. He has a Ring of Fire available. Or Rain of Fire. He could use it. Oh my god, all these upgraded units by Andy going down. And the Goblins player GhostBoy has Scavenger, so that means he gains a lot of money for it. There is Rain of Fire. A counter attack being used, destroying the armies of the Goblin player. Probably also catching this... where is his rank 5 Fire Drakes? I think the rank 5 Fire Drakes were in the Rain of Fire. Azog leveling up more. Level 9, almost level 10. And Mouth of Sound only level 6, cannot get to level 10 yet. Bottom side of the field, Shelob with Fire Drakes. Good combo, very powerful. Shelob can trample. The arches, the only counter to the Fire Drake. Oh, Spider Summon. GhostBoy a little bit distraught. He doesn't really know what to do. But here comes Shelob with the pop-up, scaring them. All the upgraded upgraded orc units are getting trampled by Shelob. But Shelob might die to this, because there's also some Black Riders. Are Black Riders faster than Shelob? They seem to be. Oh, what is happening? Move speed 110. Shelob almost died. Move speed 100. He is lucky. There's the Fire Drake and the Fire Drake brutes. This is the family is back together, and GhostBoy is taking over the game. Again, it's split. The map is split. Slaughterhouses all over the place. Level 3 even on the side of the map. And money is not gonna make a difference anymore, as both players have so much of it. Well, they spend it quite good amount. There come the siege of GhostBoy. Top side of the map, big fight, big scatter. Fire Drakes are destroying the armies. There's a lot of AoE damage, and Andy has a big problem, as his money is 1,000. He cannot get most of it back. He has attack trolls now. As I mentioned, money. It actually shows that Andy is in trouble with the money. Some pikes are trying to do some damage. Black Riders are doing some damage. Pikes are more of a distraction. Here come the Fire Drakes, and Andy is like, yeah, nah, I'll run for this. Here is the attack troll in action. Can it do a little damage? It does. It does a lot of damage, actually. Even Azog is like, yeah, I'm not dealing with that. He runs away. Here is the Wildman Summon on top of the armies of Mordor, but these fire arrows are doing a lot of work. Fire Drake this time, the worm this time, defensively being used. He needs to, because the attack trolls are being damaged a little bit. But attractors are fun. I always build. If I'm playing Mordor, I would rush either Movement Kill or attack trolls. I love it. Black Riders, the fastest units in the game with a lot of movement speed. 110. 105 from Mouth of Sauron. And Fire Drake is ready to pounce. Field being used, and the answer for Andy is using Barrage. Barrage is destroying GhostBoy's units, but the Fire Drake is still in there, trying to attack the attack trolls. But Fire Drakes versus attack troll, apparently not a good matchup. And here is the Mouth of Sauron destroying a Fire Drake. And there is the Balrog summon for Andy. Andy is really going for that tunnel. Maybe he should use his units better. And a summon for GhostBoy, the golden... What's it called? Summon Dragon. Why is he gold now? He was icy the other day. Yeah, taking down the production again. Taking down all the builders. And Andy's in trouble because he doesn't have any builders anymore, I think, on the map. He doesn't, but he's spreading out his armies, which is kind of smart, I guess. Fire Drakes destroying the fire arrow units of the Mordor player Andy on the bottom left side of the field. And Azog is level 10 most likely now, almost dead though. He might want to regenerate his units, and still no upgrades for GhostBoy. GhostBoy should get the upgrade. He does have the upgrades, he's just not buying them. Here is the Balrog summon taking down the production, noticing the level 3 lumber mill plus the treasury. Can probably use his fire breath one more last time. Not doing it. Attack trolls in the back of the base of GhostBoy. GhostBoy is now pushing the left side of Andy's base. Andy now still doesn't have any production, and the goblin player GhostBoy is on 575 command point limit. That means most of his tunnels have gone down to the attack trolls. Attack trolls now fighting Shelob, and Shelob just winning this. Shelob is way stronger, level 5, his movement speed is 100. These attack trolls cannot outrun it with 65 movement speed. And yeah, Shelob getting a good chunk of experience here. GhostBoy, however, even though his command points are very low... Whoa. Is Starry Light version used by Mouth of Sauron? Level 8. This 1 hour game has been proving to be a crazy game. 600 command point limit for Mordor, 600 command point limit for Andy. Both of the players losing most of their farms. They need to rebuild everything. They need to be aware that the other player also doesn't have any command points, so they don't need to be discouraged about this. But because everybody is so low on command points, nobody can rebuild their units. Fire Drake going out though, as GhostBoy started rebuilding his tunnels and is now back on foot. There are some Fire Drakes trying to level up, doing some damage, and oh my god, there's Mouth of Sauron going down to Gorgil and some Fire Drakes, and he's not paying attention, and Mouth of Sauron going down, not even doing a little damage. There is the Mama of Fire Drake. And she's gaining a little bit of money. Shelob level 7 can now use his Poison Stinger. The heroes for the Goblin player are a lot stronger than the heroes of the Mordor player Andy. And GhostBoy is now taking over the lead again, back up to 1,000 command points, while the slaughterhouses are being destroyed by the worm of GhostBoy. No more production again, and Andy losing a lot of these fire arrows. Fire arrows doing some damage, but not a lot. The worm is going down though. A few more shot by this fire arrow. Orc archers. And oh, my Witcher being is trying to protect the fire hit. But the Watcher from GhostBoy is still destroying more and more of these units. Very well done. Wild Summon for GhostBoy is taking down a turret. Bottom side of the map, Fire Drake with some heroes are destroying a little bit of a harassment party of Andy. Andy is... GhostBoy is fighting something. Oh, these are the cave trolls of Andy. He used his ability on the cave troll on the top side of the map and now can produce cave trolls to do some harassment. Which is good because Andy is on 675 command points and the Goblin player built all his tunnels inside of his own base, maintaining 1,000 command point limit, so he can build a lot of troops. Andy trying to rebuild his slaughterhouses, trying to get some money because he has none of it. Another builder going down. There comes the Balrog for GhostBoy. GhostBoy going for the production buildings again. Used Ignite. There goes the level 3. And that means no more attack trolls. Here goes the Rivalry Palace, a level 3 slaughterhouse going down, dropping immediately our 100 command points for Andy. Andy losing his Rivalry Palace, has 2,600 with all his furnace being used on the slaughterhouse that is probably going to be targeted by Belux. Right side of the map, a lot of heroes fighting the Brute Lords. Wow, what the hell? How did he have 4 fire drakes? Is that an ability? They are timed fire drakes. How did he get so many? Well, that's special. I didn't know goblins could do that. I don't know how he did that. Like, they are timed. Is it just because, like, these fire brute lord things can grow up to be like full-grown fire drakes? Huh. Okay. He has copied fire drakes now. And Andy losing all his slaughterhouses again. He is on 625. He has to rebuild them, but he has no builders really. Trying to kill the fire drakes. Fire drake timed out, and also the heroes of GhostBoy keep staying alive, and there come the upgrades. Heavy armor being purchased, and the units are now way more difficult to kill for Andy. Andy losing his tavern on the bottom side of the field, and now to rebuild his tavern. Did rebuild his tavern to get the upgrade going. Corsairs are being built. He has a few of the orc pits in the middle of his base, but it's tier 1 units against tier 3 units. I don't think Andy is gonna live this. Warchant being used, fire arrows on the goblin archers. They are doing a lot of damage. Warchant being used on the orc archers, trying to kill the heavy armored pikemen, and does so, but losing a lot of his units in the process to the goblin archers. Heroes running away from one of the flyers. And darkness is used for the goblin player, which grants him a buff but does not grant the mortar player a buff. Caves are going down, harassment units being stopped, but the harassment units on the bottom side of the map did a great job. These fire drakes are regenerating and replenishing. GhostBoy is in the lead by far, 1,000 command points on the field and only 500 available for Andy. He's trying to build some slaughterhouse in his base to get some units back. Pike formation with heavy armor. These guys are never dying. There comes the Nazgul, very brave with the fear, immediately dying, probably to what is he dying? Oh, to Shelob's shot, maybe. Yeah, Shelob's shot killed most likely killed the Nazgul. There are the Black Riders on the field, but there is pikes in your base, so it's not gonna do a lot. And the Black Riders are going away. Ah, that's good. You have 850 command points with the boost that you get. 250. You gain 250 command points if you use the Call of the Horde. And he is full command point limit now. That's very well done to hold by Andy. Andy now fighting on two sides of the map, trying to defend his base. Needs to rebuild his slaughterhouses because he has 2,000 resources over the... Oh, both players have the same amount of resources to spend. Eye of Sauron being used, giving some leadership to the fire-arrowed orc archers, dealing with GhostBoy's push. Middle of the map, all the heroes of GhostBoy are fighting the armies of Mordor. Here comes a little trample, but... Oh, slow being used by Sheila, barrage being used to save his... By Andy to save his Black Riders. Black Riders only 3 remaining out of the 6 that he had. And the Fire Drakes are surviving again. Goblin player GhostBoy has now most of the map. And Andy needs to find some space to get some money because he has no lumber mills. He has no slaughterhouses almost. He used his allegiance to buy some goblins. As Andy still has 3k, but doesn't know where to spend it on, I guess. Trying to survive this game. It must be going down. Oh, fire. Rain of Fire being used to defend, and it kills Shelob. Finally, a hero going down. GhostBoy losing Shelob, but GhostBoy replacing it with a Fire Drake. And a Fire Drake pretty much killing a lot of the units. And there is Sauron back level 9, almost level 10, and a Fire Drake spawn in the back of the base for GhostBoy. GhostBoy destroying again a level 3 slaughterhouse and a level 3 lumber mill. There is no money for Andy. Andy has very little resource productions.
I have been loyal, master. Save me.
Wow. We're being summoned to destroy even more of the buildings. The Mouth of Sauron dying to the poison of the poisoned arrows, and Andy does not have any money, does not have any slaughterhouses, has has 2 builders, but the builders are not doing much, and the builder is going to die. Oh, he's not gonna die. No production buildings for Andy. He needs to rebuild all his production again, while in the base of GhostBoy there is a Balrog doing the same thing to him, but GhostBoy just has a good spread of production buildings, and the Balrog is almost... Oh, he's not almost down. Andy has... GhostBoy has a lot more money. It can replenish everything very easily. And probably will. Andy taking down the production with the Worm as well. Worm is being summoned. Worm is going to take down a few of those production buildings and resource buildings. This game is still going on. Goblin player GhostBoy is not doing anything. He has his legions also used, so he has more production buildings. But I don't know what happened, but GhostBoy is losing ground again and giving Andy some time to get back into the game. Andy on 300 command points though. He doesn't have any. He only has these 2 slaughterhouses up. And he's trying to rebuild his army and rebuild the slaughterhouse as well. GhostBoy has almost everything up. 975 command points. Yeah, this looks like a very, very strong and easy win. There is even a flyer for GhostBoy on the field in the form of the Dragon Lord Drogoth. And with every attack he gains a little bit of money. Wait, what is... Oh wait, there's armies of Andy. Fireball being used by Drogoth. Drogoth is targeting the Black Riders. There is a debuff being used on the war-chanted orc arches, and Drogoth is winning this fight. Would be very awkward if Drogoth would lose to like 2 battalions of archers. That would be crazy, no? It's a dragon, come on. Leg Riders doing some damage. They're the fastest units in the... Whoa, why is this guy faster? Oh, he has the fire. Call from the Dreep is the Fire Drake summon. A level 10 fire. There, we found it. Fire Drake fighting pikes. Shelob fighting pikes. And some Fire Drake summon being used by Gorkil. Andy has to retreat. And he keeps building his stuff up, but also immediately keeps losing his stuff. He has a lot of money though. He's on 2k. Probably trying to get his flyer back. All these fire drakes are running up and destroying most of the orc buildings. Again, Andy, no production. But his fortress is also not very easy to be taken. This could be the end of the game. Uh-oh. Azog is dying. Azog dying to the powers of the Morgul Blade. Belbook Summon. We're gonna take more of the production down of Andy. One-shotting the slaughterhouses. If you look at Andy, he is down on 400 command point limit. Drogoth is in there destroying most of the archers. This could be a GG. I'm not sure when he's gonna give up, but this game is about to end. If you look at the map, we have 0 things happening for Andy. Andy is down on 350 command point limits. He doesn't have builders, I think. I can't see his builders. And there is the surrender. GhostBoy beating Mordor, winning the game against Andy. Let's go! Well done, GhostBoy! Well played, Andy, surviving this long against such a good player, GhostBoy. GhostBoy has always been on the top of the leaderboard. He is the leader of the T-Rexes, the Regurtula ranking. If you want to know more about these rankings and find yourself in the Goethe ranking, go to Enrique on Twitch, twitch.tv/Enrique707. Type in exclamation mark stats, and there you can find all this kind of information about yourself. Let's take a quick look at the ladder. Here's the ladder. We've got Awe first, Maru second, then we have Mr. Smog third, Andy fourth. We go with Puero 5th, The King 6th, Solas 7th, Empire 8th, The Ridder 9th, GhostBoy 10th, the guy we just played. Then we've got Eternal 11th, Truck 12th, Gimli 13th, PBR 14th, Charizard 15th, MayShadow 16th, Irner 17th, Mustafa the Lion 18th, Nuage 19th, and Matty the T-Rex closes down the ladder on 20th position. So, don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you tomorrow with another game. This has been Command Point Middle Earth. My name is Enrique, and I'll see you on the ladder. If you like this video, and if you think this daily idea is pretty awesome to get a little bit of an update of the ladder and arena and Battle of Middle Earth, feel free to follow the channel and like the channel, like this video, subscribe to Command Point Middle Earth for more videos, and I will see you on twitch.tv if you want to follow the making of and the production of these videos.